Hey, so Traxxas Houston here, and I figured that I'd tell you my experience at a 1/16th on-road race that I went to today. So it's down at my local hobby shop. I figured that I'd just go down there to check out what like a real on-road race would be. And they only race 1/16th Traxxas cars and little F1 cars. So, I showed up there with my car I did not expect to race. And, when we were getting there, my dad said, "Oh, John, you're definitely going to be able to drive the car. There will only be a couple people there." But, turns out there were close to 100 people at this thing. So, they were out of, places to race, because we got there a little bit late. So I was not able to actually race in a race, but some of the people there were able to show me what was inside of their cars, and I can show you what some of the really helpful advice that they gave me for whenever I do go out there and I race, and what you should really look into doing if you're gonna turn your 1/16th into a race-ready RC car. So first off, I just have mine up here. It's got the SV2 system in it, 5700 kV, I think. And first thing that I noticed, every single one of them there is running a Volinian. So I go to some of them and I'm like, hey, should I put my old Volinian back into here and just keep the Sidewinder ESC? Like, no, keep the 4-pole motor. What you want to do is you just turn down your remote, and then you will be able to learn how to drive the car without much torque. And then once you get better at driving, then you can turn up your remote and you can drive a little bit faster. So if you guys go out there and you put in a really big 1/10 scale motor, you can still go out there and race as long as it's legal, and it'll definitely help you. You don't need to worry about the 1/16th. It's got a really good center of gravity. Also, if you don't want to upgrade to that, most of them had a Sidewinder SV2 ESC with their Volinian motor, 1/16th motor, and they said that that's a really good because even it's more race ready than the regular 3M that comes stock in a VXL Traxxas. As you can see, I've got my shock upgrade up there. But the shocks, I have 40 pound because I only just converted it, my Slash, over to a road racer. And I have 40 pound shocks, or shock oil. They said go 60 to 70 pounds. And if you go onto eBay, you can look up Traxxas 1/16th sway bar for any 1/16th. And it's a connection between there, and then it sway bars all around it. So whenever you lean from side to side, even though that you have these progressive shocks by Traxxas, you'll still not you can still flip. So they said put really hard weight in there so that you're not flipping over, and then put in the sway bars so you can lean side to side, and it'll keep all of your tires planted. Now, I've got RPM carriers in there. Another really great upgrade that I saw. Pretty much everybody there had them. But, I already had them in there. Other things, the tires. If you're getting a 1/16th and you want to convert it over to a road racer, you're not going to just want to throw on some Ken blocks or whatever comes stock. There's stock Traxxas. You want to go over and either buy just tires for Traxxas wheels, or go out and buy your own wheels and tires. Or this one person on eBay, if you look up Traxxas high grip 1/16 tires, he sells these really cool rims or wheels with high grip tires on there. So I'm gonna get some. And he said that the wheels that he puts on them are not good for racing. So I'll probably do a review over those and tell you if they break or not. But he said that they can handle the brushless power that the car gives off. Also, a lot of people say, oh, upgrade to the CV drive shafts and axles. I have some in the back, not in the front, and I've not noticed any problems with the front or the back. I mean, I've gotten this thing up to like 75 miles an hour, and it's never broken. Probably I'll upgrade everything to constant velocity CV, just shafts and axles and stuff, only because it just seems like it's the smarter thing to do, and it'll really help in the performance and the torque output from the car. Also, it's an on-road race. It's not off-road, so you don't really need to worry about upgrading to a lot of RPM arms or anything like that. I mean, I probably will upgrade to RPM arms. Aluminum toe links, push rods. Maybe you should do aluminum toe links, but the push rods, I don't see any need to help those. I don't see them breaking. It's on-road. I mean, it's not off-road. You're not jumping. Servos, I only have one. A lot of people there only have one. I'll probably put 2 Savoc servos in there. They're $30 each, just like the Traxxas ones. But they've got metal gears, and it seems like it's going to be a whole lot better than just the standard Traxxas ones. So, also, we go to receivers and the radios. So I have a DX3S. I'm a little bit spoiled with that. I don't really know why I have that. If you go check out Traxxas/Extreme, you'll just see what I talk about, just radios overall in general. But I expected a lot of people to have those racing and DX3Rs and that type of stuff. I was the only person there that had a telemetry radio. Everybody there had a DX3C or DX3E, or just the stock 2.4 from Traxxas. So I mean, I didn't feel like I was different or anything. I mean, I had the better remote that told me temperatures and everything. But truthfully, did I need it? No, I did. I was never, ever looking down at my radio and going, oh, what's the batteries? What is the temperatures? All that stuff. I looked at the car, and I looked at the cornering and everything, because I did get to drive it a little bit. So there's absolutely no reason to get a DX3S or DX3R radio. They're overpriced, and I never looked down. Maybe you guys look down, but in terms of buying it for RPM and speed, I don't think that you guys really care. I think it's probably better for a basher to buy one of those than for a regular racer to go out and buy one. I mean, DX3R, that's a little bit more geared toward racers. I mean, it does not show you as much telemetry as it does really deep tuning to your car. So DX3R, if you're really serious about it, but DX3C, if you're just going to go out there and you're going to race. Because that lets you fine-tune better than just having knobs. Has a small little screen, no telemetry system, though, inside of it. So, you know, that's what I say about Traxxas on-road. I'll probably come back and do maybe once every month, telling you more and more on-road racing upgrades that you can do. But for what I've seen out there, I mean, a lot of them are just racing pretty much stock cars with maybe $100, $200 into them, and $100 in parts, maybe $100 on a radio. I don't see any reason for buying anything over the top. It's just street racing. It's not off-road jumping. So that's my take on 1/16 Traxxas street racing. Thanks. Please subscribe.